How you doing, guys? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. What do we have? Today we have another Transformers Bumblebee movie. This time is Studio Series Ratchet, number 82. I did do a review on Brawn. That was a pretty cool figure. Again, because of they've done such a good job with the Autobot figures, or just how they remind me so much of the G1 styling, the color. Obviously, Ratchet was always white and red, but also in these Cybertron modes, I think they do such a great job of emulating that G1 look. So really cool. I just decided to jump in on most of these. I do have a couple other ones in pre-order, Soundwave and RC. So I figure why not? Let me add up to jump into this Studio Series Bumblebee movie collection. So here's Ratchet. Here's the box. Really cool. Again, they've done such a great job of making him look very alien-like, but also very G1 esque. Here's the back. Again, pretty cool pose. Huge cannon. I love that he's some kind of it reminds me of the tank from Aliens, the movie. If you guys, anyone's ever seen that movie, really cool. And again, he comes with a background pretty similar to the one that came on Brawn. And here's the back again with the really cool packaging, the plastic window. So we'll get this guy out of the box, put him through his paces, and looks like a really cool toy. We'll see. Okay, guys, so here we are back with Ratchet. So you guys could see I finally got him out of the box. Really cool looking figure. In addition to the figure itself and his gun that I've attached to his back, obviously, you get in the box, you get this cool background, which again is very similar, or pretty much the exact same background as you get with the other ones, at least the ones that I have Brawn and Wheeljack. So again, that's something that you can use with the figure. So we'll move that aside and concentrate on the main thing here, and it's this guy Ratchet. Again, really pleased with these figures. They've done such an awesome job sort of paying homage to the G1 character, in this case Ratchet. And I do like the way they've sort of modernized and also given him a bit of a alien look, right? So it's a bit of a mix between, like, I guess those Michael Bay designs and but with some G1 flair, and it looks really nice. I think they've done a great job. I love the way how chunky a Ratchet here looks. I love the shoulder pads here, which are part of the transformation. They look really nice. They make him look very imposing, and I love that the white and red, again, very much like the G1 toy. You do also get a gun with this guy, which you can clip to his back, and some really nice detailing. Pretty big cannon, that you get, that he can obviously hold in his hand, so you guys can see it there. You can shoot things, but really cool that they include that. And as you just saw, you can clip this in the back here. There is a section here that could take this peg, and you can clip it back there. As far as Ratchet himself, he can turn his hands, his shoulders, elbows. He has that. The hands don't turn; they just kind of go down in here for the transformation. The head itself, full 360, some light piping there, which is really cool. And he can look down, I guess, just that much, and then up that much. Full rotation on the waist. That's part of the transformation. Really cool. Knees right here, the waist, and there is a little bit of, I guess, ankle here rotation, and the feet do move in and out because of the transformation. But so you can pose this guy in variety of ways. So again, really cool. I love the chest part with that blue there. Really cool figure. Here's the back. There is some hollowness here for the transformation, which I guess I don't mind it too much. I like that they covered up this part here, the back, so it looks a bit finished, although a bit too square, but hey, I don't mind it. Again, overall, really happy with Ratchet. As far as the transformation, it's a bit involved, but we'll start off here. But essentially, you're just gonna take the hands here and hide them. You're gonna hide them in here, fold them in. The next thing to do would be to undo these panels on the back. So you could take this, take that, and pull them out. You can leave them like this for now. The next thing would be is there's this part here on the chest. So essentially this part here, as you guys could see, it's on a hinge. So you could fold it out, make sure it goes over his head, and you have to untab here. You have to pull forward so it comes out, and then pull that, and then essentially you can just leave that hanging. It's on a hinge, so it hangs like that. And then just take this whole section and straighten it out right here, like so. So you guys see it's all different parts. So the next thing to do would be to concentrate on the legs here. So essentially the legs, you're gonna have them like this, and what you could do is fully turn them here. There's not a joint, but you could turn them fully around. And as you guys could see, in robot mode, he's got these fake wheels. The real wheels are on the inside, which now that you turn them, they're facing out. And then essentially you can take these legs and fold them in, and you're pretty much halfway there. And then you take the legs and fold them in so that the feet are sort of sitting on the waist part there. And for now, the last thing to do is turn these so that they're facing down essentially. And same thing here. Take the wheel, face it down like that. Make sure that again these feet sections sit on the waist. And then the next thing to do is essentially just rotate this part here. And you guys will see. Once you do that, once you rotate this whole section so that it's facing like this, you can now start seeing the front of the car take shape. There are sections here to get tabbed in on this part here. It's like clear blue plastic. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, sorry. You see these tabs here are going to go in here, and essentially just going to fold this down and make sure that the front here tabs in there, and then make sure that this section kind of goes in there, and you guys could see pretty much the front. It's kind of there, really cool. The next thing to do is just make sure this kind of sits like that, so it'll look like this. Make sure these are straight through, and you're going to take this section and hinge it this way, and then essentially you're going to fold these panels in on both sides, so like this. And here there's also these sections that go tabbed in inside of here. So once you have it like this, fold these in. Just take this so that they fit in this section here where my thumb is at, and they should essentially tab in, as you guys saw. These hands you can leave for last, and then these panels now you're going to fold in, and there's also a little tab here that goes tabbed in there, and you could essentially tab it in. Same thing on this side, fold the panel in and make sure that the wheels kind of match with the tab there. And as I said, yep, there you go. So once that's done, make sure you're all tabbed in. Then the last thing to do is these are the forearms essentially, and they go in here. These little tabs have a place in there, and you kind of just fold them in one by one, and there you go. There's pretty much Ratchet in his, I guess, vehicle mode, Cybertron mode, essentially. Just gotta fix that, and he does roll. Really cool. I love this design. Again, very sci-fi-ish. Reminds me a lot of Aliens or something in Halo. So if you're familiar with those concepts or those movies and series, it really does take me back to that. I I love this mode. I really do like it. I think it's cool. It's in line with all the other with Ratchet and Wheeljack and their modes, etc. So really cool. I don't believe we saw this mode in the movie. We saw a lot of these guys in at least the Autobots anyway in robot mode already. So I like the way they've done the design, and I think it cleans up really well in right here in this mode. And what you could do is there is a tab here where you can attach the gun, and there you go. But really cool design, some nice detailing on the panels there. The windows are great. I love that Autobot sign right there in the window. Really cool. And here's the underneath. There's his head just sitting around. And I guess, you know what, we'll do a quick comparison in, I guess, in robot mode. But as far as his vehicle mode, really cool. I really like the way they've done these so far. All right, people. So here we are back with Ratchet there in all his glory in robot mode. So the first comparison I wanted to do was here to the masterpiece Ratchet. This is a toy that came out a couple of years ago, and again, obviously no comparison, right? Like this is a whole different price point, a whole different line, a whole different size. But I just sort of wanted to bring this guy in so you guys could see a lot of the design that this one uses from G1, right down to some of the red accents. I always look at these red accents here on his shoulders, and they remind me again of the red crosses on the G1 design. You know, the windshield here. I think they even tried to emulate sort of like the red waist part in this lower torso section on the Bumblebee version here. Really cool. So this is I think a great way that they've done to take this design, modernizing it, adding a new spin on it, and make it, you know, very presentable, very cool looking, very different looking, but also, you know, trying to keep some aesthetics from that design. And I think that's what makes these latest versions, at least in my mind, a bit better, or so much better in all honesty, than the previous like designs from the earlier Michael Bay movies. But and again, I think they had some great designs in those movies as well, but I just prefer the aesthetic of this. It looks so different, but then yet so similar, which I think is great. So I just wanted to show that so you guys could see them there together. Obviously no comparison because these are whole different lines, but really cool that they were able to take this and modernize it into that. So really cool. We'll move Ratchet aside. The next thing, here he is next to Brawn. Same line. So again, the scale there sort of works. Brawn was always a much smaller robot in comparison to Ratchet. So we'll move him aside. And here he is next to Wheeljack. And again, I do think, at least going by the cartoon, is Wheeljack may have been perhaps around the same size as Ratchet here, but I think the scale works great. And again, it's really cool to see all these G1 style designs in this modernized version. So it's really cool. You guys could see that there. And then the last one that I have here is Optimus. So the main leader here. And again, at least the scale to me works. It's awesome again to see all these guys together, but you guys could see them there. And I guess just for the last part, here's a group shot. The one I don't have is Bumblebee. I'm not too crazy about that design, believe it or not. I think these are great, and I also unfortunately didn't get any Decepticons. But this is, at least movie-wise, from the Bumblebee movie, this is what I have. I think Ratchet is an awesome figure. I think they've done a great job. I would definitely go and sort of get this guy. He is pretty poseable. And again, he comes with his giant gun. So you guys could see there, he is a great addition to this whole movie line here, at least the main one. He's just hanging out there in the back. But anyway, yeah, not much to say. Great toy, awesome addition. I do have Ravage and Soundwave coming up from this line. So hopefully I'll do a review once that comes in. And we'll see. Maybe they'll do a Megatron. I know they've done the Tetra Jets or the Seekers and the Coneheads as well. I have not gotten those, but I'm hoping we at least get a Megatron and I think a deluxe size Shockwave, because I know there's a core class, I believe. But anyway, as far as this little guy, definitely great figure. I would definitely recommend it. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, please feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for your very valuable time. Hopefully this was helpful to someone out there, and, enjoy the rest of your day and be safe out there. Take care.